Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. We're coming in hot. Our economy's growing. Trying to boost our influence because I don't think we can do anything in the Union without population. Yeah, so... Well, it shows us now having enough influence. See the little check mark at the bottom there? One of the following. How do we have enough influence? Was that from a budget that we passed that didn't look like it passed? Canada. Civilian industry. All right. All right, hold up here. Hold up. Let's read this. Investment offer from Canada. Canada proposes to construct one civilian industry in Washington, D.C. I I'm sorry. The momentary pause of silence was my brain short circuiting. Is this for us? Is this our civilian? Like the silence should be deafening here on the tooltip. Am I in the right playthrough? Did I load the wrong save? Some alternate reality things going on. What happened? All right, let's check. I'm curious. Yeah, we're not even on Greece's influence, or Italy's not. Italy doesn't have Greece even on their influence. So how is that even an option? Yeah, so right here, this is this one's actually working. Greece must have 5% influence on all European member states or population greater than 5%. Yeah, so that one's working. Why do these have a check mark? It's the same requirement that we obviously do not meet. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'm just lost. But that's outrageous to me. Uh, yeah, I guess. I clicked it too quick. I'm sorry, I'm absorbing what happened or what's going on there. It's a bit much for me. And then construction wise, the third, so in 2 days we'll be able to get that going. Power. What's our power situation? I do need to be worried about that. We did get our civilian R&D. This is what I need. That is what I need immediately. Guys, where's civilian guy? Civilian guy. He's hired. We need breakthroughs. Immediate breakthroughs. Um, Probably not going to use that. It's fine. Perfectly fine, guys. So what happened to our income? Was the research that expensive? Possibly. Alright, so this will gain influence in Bulgaria and a bunch of other states. Go ahead and do that. Get early AI robots. Lowers required workforce across the board. Let's do it. We need to be the most efficient at what we do. We could cause a coup here. This is weird because Macedonia is puppeted by Bulgaria, but Bulgaria is nationalist and Macedonia is still Western aligned somehow. Just, it's a curious development. We're lowering our interest rate every day. It looks like we're making good progress there. We did get our next research slot. Okay. Beautiful. Past 500 billion GDP, and we're approaching 50,000 GDP per capita. So our economy is recovering very rapidly. I would expect this finishes pretty soon, but who knows? Definitely want reinforcements and supply trucks. Prioritize there. Like our debt is still stuck though at that 400 billion mark. And let's check our doctrine situation. Um, so this looks like I think our general army size goes up like a crazy amount to huge amounts for infantry. But we do have like innate movement speed bonuses. Yeah, so instant grant are a couple of those generals getting max army size bonuses. So they get huge. And you get that instantly makes your generals wildly strong from just a unit standpoint of what you can field. This though, that's some crazy movement speed bonuses. And then the bonuses you get for completing everything. Yeah, and then here for completing everything, you just start getting crazy levels. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is another one where I want mission command. And then what do we get? Planning bonus. This is org loss when moving. But you also get brigade size. Central Command gives you huge brigade size and lowers your own combat width, so you can shove more units into it. So this is a combat width reduction. We're going to use that. So I can shove more. We're just going to shove more infantry as our goal. And then this is 400 mastery. How do you get mastery? Militia and non-militia training or something? Okay, so training gives you mastery. Got it. Well, let's go ahead and do that. We have all our internal production. The only problem we have is manpower. I say like it's the only, like that's a not serious problem to have, but it is. Yeah, 0.8. Yeah, so we lose another. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, barely positive. I'm fine with that though. Because now we're building internal things. We need power to support our future growth. And we're just going to scale up from there. Hmm. Let's see. These are all defensive for later. Okay, it's not letting me click. It's freaking out. 7 billion in added expenses. Let's do it. Yeah, because we'll be getting the power to fund that right now. Get some infrastructure, rail lines built, and it'll be. Do we have enough factories at that point? Which ones are in the 100% range? Thessaly, Southern Macedonia. Yep. Are better. Do. I just need to maintain the bonuses I have. Hmm. It's yeah, that's kind of a funny trade-off. Because I do have the stability. I could keep increasing our population tax and then possibly lowering the corporate tax. to work more on this debt. See if there's, while also increasing our military budget pretty rapidly here, but that doesn't really do me a ton of good. Because I still am going to be stuck at global intervention, right? Wait, isn't... Why? Okay. Is it just me? Or am I has military active? Has that not always been there, or is that always been their thing? All right, let me just save up political power. I gotta see if that works. That's crazy. I feel like that would be a change. Oh, here we are. Here we are. It's the financial collapse, guys. So -5 versus -10 for international bankers. They already hate us. Might as well. I might be going back up in interest rate pretty soon here. Pretty rapidly. Yes, we do have air and naval doctrines. There's no point in anything but blue water navy, guys. I don't care. It's... oh, what are... this is completely different. Um yeah, if we don't have air superiority, does any of this other stuff even work? That's kind of my thing. Yeah, so this immediately gives us better efficiency in the skies. Training, aircraft design, fighter aircraft, but there's two options for some reason. What is aircraft design? All right, so you get dedicated designs, which instantly give you patrol aircraft, which are useless for me. Drone and carrier drone flight range bonuses. Instantly gives multi-rolls better air attack. And then here you have heavy designs. Which, I mean, makes your production cost very fast. This does boost your multi-roll. But I'm not seeing, like, any air superiority bonuses there. Training? What do we got? Ace generation. Naval stuff. This is really good, though, for your carriers, if you have carriers. Honestly, interception detection Just makes your more like your entire air and fuel efficiency. This could be really useful actually. I would rather have centralized command over detached any day of the week. Because you're just gonna generate more aces the more interceptions you get. The only one naval command here is really good. So it's limited to carriers. This doesn't show it has any limits. So I'm really thinking escort efficiency. These looks like multi-role are better. Mixed multi-role. Is this just the same bonus twice? The light fighters. This does give light fighters pretty good bonuses. Instantly grants fighter an air attack bonus of 5% and an air superiority bonus of 17. That said, it doesn't show it as only light fighters. It shows it as fighters. Versus this being air superiority fighters. Right? So if I do air supremacy, gain mastery from equipment, small fighter, interceptor. And then this is already taken, so you take the other one. Got it. I see how that works. Navy. I assume you take one of these for each of the doctrines, so we'll start out with subs. And we're going to want sub detection. I'm pretty sure sub detection. Though missile boat seems like it's pretty good. But anything to detect submarines is really something I'm looking at. um yeah, this is yeah, I think escort attack subs is probably what I'm going to go down first. All right, let's get this going. Those. Yeah, Turkey's got a bunch of stuff going on. Armenia, Georgia's still being crazy. Hmm. Okay. So we finally built that unit. Nice job, squad. Okay, so we've We just really need to consume equipment because all of this low-end trash equipment really has no use. And this is going to lower our GDP per capita. But it might raise, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. We're hovering on neutral with that. I may want to change this. We're just going to cancel it. We're just going to cancel it. So we pay off more debt. We're not going to be able to afford that. Or we grow more. We're literally hovering on one cycle of debt, making us go negative in our income gain. That's how close we're running on the border of that. Very, very fine line. All right, economy wise, Chechnya. If Chechnya is beating me, I'm gonna be so mad. Where is that? I saw their flag and then it's just gone. Bangladesh. Yeah, we're 516. We are closing the gap. They're only 90 billion more ahead. Oh, we got a research slot. Is it time? I think it is time. Because we can go for 4G. Absolutely pump resources into getting our research up. What doctrine can we even get? Yeah, I figured that wouldn't last very long. See, this is frustrating. But is it as long as we have the military, I can actually get that? And why are we taking out huge, like giant loans? Is that because of our military somehow? Getting one more unit? We'll just bump that up. It's not going to lower our stability, but it might affect our tax cost. Yeah. All right. So we went from stagnant back to stable growth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we have here? So the global financial crisis in the United States has triggered a cascading effect amongst the nations of Europe. Yeah, that housing crisis already went through. Didn't like that. European Parliament are looking for a resolution to the mounting debt in a number of countries in the European Union have failed to either pay, refinance their government debt or issue emergency funds. in the wake of the global financial crisis. So yeah, the inability to repay their debt and their budget deficits were much worse than previously thought. So here's my problem. This should be us. I know for a fact that Greece was headlining a lot of the national debt problems here. My problem with this is yes, we have a lot of debt, but I have personally worked tirelessly as the leader behind the scenes of Kostas Karamanlis. I'm sorry if that is actually your surname. I don't. You'll have to make a video and send it to me of you pronouncing your name or something, because I am not gonna be able to say that any better than that right now. But as the puppet leader behind this guy being in power, we have worked tirelessly for our negligible corruption here. Yeah, so the European Union is on the verge of cataclysmic crisis. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. In Veritate Concordia. I don't know. That sounds like something. So Austria, Belgium, Denmark, and 12 other activate the mission reforms of the Eurozone. For the Euro, guys. What's happening here? Decisions. Fiscal policies of the EU. Stability loss, construction speed, and a bonus to your interest rate. What I don't want. Yeah, I'm sure we're in these 12 others get this debt crisis debuff. If we don't already have it. Maybe not. Maybe we got... Did we survive this? What's our decision, though? We have 900 days to pass reforms of the Eurozone, maybe? Alright, so... we don't have a budget, is what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and try and activate a new budget. It's like, I don't have anything to add to it. Just let it cycle in. Because I need all this political power, I'm gonna be honest. I need every sliver of political power. Armenia, Russia. What do we have here? Prime Minister of Great Britain and Northern Ireland has today made an official statement in the name of the government that the European Union and by extension NATO would take preference over the Commonwealth of Nations in British foreign policy. Interesting choice by Britain. Albania wants into NATO, but that takes political power, which I'm already not willing to spend. All right, so negotiations failed. No one is supporting. Oh, well, looks like might have enough support here. All right. Looks like if I pause this, right, so that I can't miss any of the notices. Total members of the European Parliament, the majority is 375. So we need a support of 375 to pass this. Right? So what does overrule do? Okay, so you pass this, then does it go to the council? So if I pass this, right? So I pass it. Boom. Do we have a council vote? Or something? So I click pass. I'm so confused. So we should have a budget. Unless I need to do overrule, which would then mean I need a super majority. Which is not what it says I need. Because I don't see an actual council vote for that budget. Alright, so here's an office seat's open. So is someone else drafting a budget? Oh. So, or maybe we did complete a budget. Okay. I I don't know what's going on. Why do we have another budget preparation for the same year? If this is already completed. It seems bugged. Like this whole system. Either the interface is wrong, my brain is not working. Just put me in charge of the bank. That's right. Just do that. I don't care, but We know what's up with finances. That's it. That's all you needed to know. We'll get this fixed. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll go over the GDP. I'm sorry about the madness. Where are we at? 522. We're sitting right here, right behind Denmark. No. And industry wise, we're still gonna be at 16. So everyone else still moving up slightly. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Y'all take care.